everyone, and welcome to another edition of Inside Blue 360 with the weekly roundup. I'm Detective Michelle. I'm here with my partner, Sergeant Jerry. Sergeant, what'd you do this weekend? Anything exciting?
No.
No. Well, you're married, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's gotta suck.
No, I love my wife. I have a great family, so it's all
right,
good.
Because she's watching.
She's watching or listening, or if she's not, someone that she knows and loves is, and of course they'll be reporting right back to
That's
me.
right. That's right. So what are we going to talk about, Jerry?
So it's day 62 of New York State being held hostage by bail reform.
Day 62.
Yes, it's the hits just keep on coming here in New York State. Our good friend, Mr. Charles Barry, was arrested again in the subway system. Career misdemeanor and felony larcenist.
What did he get left out for jumping the turnstile?
So he jumps turnstiles. He rips off Metro card machines. He does rob. He does steal from people from time to time. And this was his 142nd arrest.
Oof.
And apparently, someone decided that it was time to figure out a way to keep him in jail.
So he can stay in the NYPD hotel.
So he's, I believe, yes, he might be on soon to be closed, but not in our lifetime, Rikers Island.
Yeah.
So he's up there, Mr. Barry. We've talked about him in the past. He's the hit that keeps on coming. But
they should just give him the online booking and just say, here, just fill this out yourself.
Keys to the cuffs.
I know you're social already.
Yeah, he should just do his own paperwork.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Make him part of the solution, not part of the problem.
You know what? He's not. He needs to be redirected because he's not successful in this career.
No, he's not.
It's like many stand-up comedians. Many try, not too many make the cut. So this guy, maybe it's time, Barry, if you're listening, and I hope you are. It's time, buddy.
Maybe he should go to an open mic.
Maybe you should come down and do an open mic. Maybe try some comedy. Maybe just, go do some yoga. Something. Dude, the jumping the turnstiles is not working for you.
I thought before we went live, you were saying that he should be doing burpees. Burpees, get on and, do some... You gotta do some box jumps, get right over that thing. Box jumps.
I get you right over there, Jim.
I don't do box jumps.
Me neither. I do step-ups.
I like an extra dry Tito's up with a twist is what I like. I hope, where's our executive producer?
She's out and she's drinking, I think, in the bathroom.
Am I allowed to say Tito's? So...
I think they're all went out drinking. They just left Rashad here with us, the cameraman.
I also like Grey Goose and Jameson's too.
Yeah.
Interesting on bail reform.
Wait, I just have to say thank you for the cans. Jerry's cans look so nice today. Yes. These cans. These are brand new cans, everyone. They call these cans in radio. Isn't that exciting? Cans. All right,
You would call them headphones on the subway. For the people who wear them and are not listening to anything, they're just trying to tune out the world and be antisocial. But here...
That's me.
But here...
Don't ask me a question, because if I have to go like this, I'm not happy.
But here they actually have a purpose.
I don't know where the train is.
Governor Cuomo...
Oh, yeah.
Michelle, is actually going to have hearings on bail reform.
Oh.
He's going to ask for the activists, the judges, the DAs, the cops, the defense attorneys to all come in and tell their experience about bail reform.
It's like a big party.
Well, I guess it's he's feeling a little political heat because last year the legislation was kind of hidden in the bail, the budget resolution, and no one even knew it was happening until it was happening.
Right.
So I guess he feels like he needs to do something to placate the crowd that is screaming about this. It's people are upset about it. Some people are for it. Many people are against it. We were talking before about up in Scott, New York, a guy for statutory rape, a 21-year-old male.
Oh, yeah.
Gave marijuana to a 13-year-old girl. They had sex. There was no other compulsion except for the age and the marijuana. It wasn't physical compulsion. It was somewhat consensual. And so because it was rape 2, not rape 1, he was allowed to walk out the door without bail.
Well, I'm sure her parents are real happy about that.
Yeah. I was going to bring up Chesa Bowden, who's the DA in San Francisco, but I thought maybe we would redirect because we were talking about this a lot off the air. This is going to be an issue for our cops and those people out there in the front lines, the first responder community. The coronavirus.
Everybody... Don't get those masks.
Yeah.
Please.
So this is a problem for our cops that are out there because everybody can do things to make themselves safe. They can lock themselves in their house. They don't have to go on the subway or the bus maybe. At the store, they could be wiping down the handle of the shopping cart and doing all these things. But cops have to go out and interact with people. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they have to touch people. They got to put their hands on people. They got to get close to people. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be interesting because sooner or later, somewhere in America, some cop's going to get this. There's no doubt about it. Some firefighter's going to get it. Some EMT's going to get it. A nurse or a doctor is going to get it. And everybody in that community is going to respond.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like a 7-day incubation period, and you don't know you have it.
Right. It's a big issue, and people are jacked up.
They're jacked up. They're not traveling. They canceled trips.
Without mentioning the hospital, because I don't want to get anybody in trouble, my wife is a nurse. And in her hospital the other day, somebody coughed in a waiting room, and somebody else then got into a fist fight with that person.
That's amazing.
Because they coughed.
I coughed on the train, and the guy kept looking back at me, so I was going to really play it up, but then I just got bored with it.
You know, It's
like a joke that, like, all right, but I'm done with this joke now, so then I'd have to be sick. For the rest of the trip. And I didn't have it in me. I didn't want to commit.
As I was coming in today, I was standing on the subway, and I'm thinking, wow, if I wanted a seat, all I got to do is go like this.
There was a guy...
And the person sitting below me is just going to get right
There was a guy on the subway with a cane, and nobody gave...
Nobody gets.
He was sitting on the floor, and he was holding his cane, and none of these fucking animals gave us.
No.
They don't give a shit. So if you have coronavirus, you hop right on that subway, man, because it's a festering sea of coronavirus just chugging down the number 2 line.
Yeah. I gotta tell you though, really, it's a serious thing.
It is serious.
People can't get masks. Where are cops gonna get masks?
Well, that's the thing. That's the big problem. Is like regular people are going to get those masks that the manicurists use, you know, and they're different masks than the doctors use. So don't go to CVS and buy up, or any of those stores, and buy up all the masks, because then the real doctors and nurses need them, and the cops and the EMS guys. That's what the problem is. That's not going to stop. It only prevents people wear them to prevent other people from getting it. But it's not going to prevent you from getting it.
No.
And you can Google all this, because I watch Dr. Oz, and I know everything medical now.
Did you do a Neti Pot this morning to clean the coronavirus out of your nasal passages?
That Neti Pot is the most disgusting, unsanitary. Did you ever see that? We have some people in the studio. I'm not just talking to the wall. They had... it looks like a teapot, and you pour it down your nose. Like, what are you, out of your mind? Like, you pay $7 for that.
It probably cleans the coronavirus,
you know what cleans,
out.
You stick your head right under the shower like this, and you let the water just pour. It's an instant neti pot. Rashad's thinking about it. I'm going to go on Shark Tank with that.
Our videographer and audio recording expert and award-winning...
He's running this whole show right now.
Filmmaker. And acting, we're going to designate you as acting executive producer, since our executive producer has fled the scene. I don't know where she went.
That's right.
Rashad is like, this Neti Pot is like some crazy shit.
It's some crazy stuff. But that coronavirus, really, people are really getting, amped up about it. And you should, but you also got to, take some precautions, like wash your hands, when you cough, cover your mouth. Like things that you do in a society as a normal human being. Don't go coughing like an animal, and you'll be fine.
Right. Don't cough. You know what? That's and that's probably the best advice for our cops out there who are trying to do the job.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Don't cough on people. If you get coughed on, try to clean yourself afterwards.
Right. And if you're sick, stay home. Nobody wants you around. Nobody. Well, you got 27 vacation days. You got unlimited sick. Stay home. And,
there are some police officers who don't work for the NYPD who say, damn, unlimited sick.
Oh, yeah, we have unlimited sick in the NYPD. We'll be losing that, I'm sure, at some point.
Well, some contract negotiation.
Somebody's unborn. We always give up the unborn.
We always give up the unborn.
Sorry, guys.
us retirees got to get paid.
Retirees got to get paid. Ka-ching.
But yeah, it hasn't happened yet. But we're anticipating it's going to happen.
There's a few people like that are what do you call, quarantined?
Yes. Yes, in Brooklyn, in Fort Hamilton Army Base in Brooklyn is a quarantine location also. Nobody's been quarantined there yet. There is a person here in Manhattan, where we are right now, who's being quarantined at home, self-quarantine, because they have tested positive. They had traveled to Iran, but they have very low symptoms, and they're handling it pretty well.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those things. Most of our cops who are out there on the street still doing the job are pretty healthy people,
Right.
and for the most part, healthy people can fight this thing off. People that are otherwise compromised, older people,
Right.
and in like nursing homes and other places, they.
That's where the problem is. It's usually frail thing. And don't stay out of Chinatown. Don't stay out of the. Just go on with. It's a serious thing, but
So it's.
let's go on with life.
We have a lot of big Chinatowns here in New York City. There's one in Queens and Flushing. There's one in Brooklyn and Sunset Park, and of course the original one that everybody knows about in downtown Manhattan. And the restaurants are empty.
Yes.
Empty. You mentioned nail salons. Most of them are run by Asian women. Empty. I see them in my neighborhood. You walk by now, there's nobody in them.
Oh, I can get my eyebrows done. I love when it's empty.
But people are afraid. They haven't come from like Hunan province, wherever it is, and like gotten on a Delta flight and come directly to JFK, going right to the Chinese restaurant to serve you your meal.
No,
it's not
There's
working
some
like that.
steps involved.
And obviously, the United States, jumped right on everybody coming from China with getting their temperature taken and seeing if they had any symptoms. They're going to have to spread this down to Italy. It looks like Italy's got a little outbreak going on. I don't know if there are any direct flights from Iran to America, so I don't think they could do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they're going to have to watch these other countries. They're saying South Korea now is getting a spike. There's obviously a flight comes from South Korea every day to JFK.
That's right.
They're going to have to look at that. But generally speaking, I think the fact that we have an ocean on each side of us has protected us a little bit
You're a
from this
little
thing.
safe.
Yeah.
A little safe.
Yeah, made it harder for people just to get here. They can't get here, obviously, but at least we can watch them and see
I like
them.
the people that were on the cruise ship for like 7 weeks with the corona. I would be pissed. And then there was a couple, it was their honeymoon. Oh, I'd be sick of my spouse by the end of that.
The honeymoon that never ends.
Oh, shit. That guy, after a while, it's like, I just want to go home. And you can't do anything because you're all quarantined in your cabin.
The woman might be saying that. The man is like going, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I want this honeymoon to never end. That way we don't have a second honeymoon because you have a never-ending honeymoon.
Yeah.
Kind of like your relationship with me, right, Michelle?
That's right. It'll never end. It's a never-ending relationship.
Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up now.
We are going to wrap it up.
We can only talk about bail reform so much. This coronavirus thing is a difficult road for our first responders to navigate. They will do it for our civilian listeners out there. They will do their job, but as Michelle said, try to do them a favor. Don't be coughing all over them, and just wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
And with that thought in mind, I'm Jerry Kane.
I'm Michele Durante, and we'll see you next week on Inside Blue 360.